All right, looks like we are live. 3, 2, and 1. Live. Good morning, guys. All right, so happy Wednesday. We are May 10th, if you can believe it. I know I say that every time, but I feel that way every time. Life is just moving by. And so as life is moving by, I want to make sure to give you tips and tools and supports each week that you feel like you're getting your mindset back on track. And so that's why Mindset Reset with Coach TammyStar every Wednesday is here for you. And I've been doing this for a very long time. So please make sure that you save this, put this, little recording where you can make sure you come watch it every week. Any questions that you have, let me know. I'll make sure that I answer them. And this week is, why do I have this negative thinking? What's wrong with me? Well, I'd like to have you ask the question of, what do I need? And before we go ahead and get started, I'd like you to go to the bottom and I'd like you to click the share button. You can also click the like button with the heart and I like the little guy that squeezes the hearts. So just click the share button and share this into your story and share it into your group and share it into anywhere you'd like to share it for people to be able to see this is not something they have to struggle with their whole life. And even if they're in the struggle of it, they can have the tips and the tools and the supports to make that struggle that feels like this feel much more like this. Why not? Why not live life happier, calmer, more relaxed, understanding your thoughts, your emotions, helping yourself to realize your negative thinking is not in control of you. You are in control of it. And there's specific ways and tools and steps and blueprints that I share with you that you can practice. So go ahead and share it now. I'll give you a second. I'm also going to share it to my page. And when I do that, you're going to be, you're also invited to come to my page too, if you'd like. So it's called Relief from Anxiety and Negative Thinking. And basically anyone who is dealing with this, they're invited to be in that group. It's the idea of supporting one another. No, please don't come in there if you're a coach and then try to get people to go into your coaching program. Like, that's not cool. But if it's something that we can collaborate with, get in touch with me, let me know. That way you're not just trying to like sneak them out from underneath me. That's sort of like, that's cheesy and unprofessional. But I'm not the only coach in the world. I'm not the only support in the world. I want my clients to have whatever supports that they need. So if that's something that you're looking to do, let me know. I've interviewed other coaches before, and we can help you get the word out. That's a much more direct way to do it. That way people know who you are, and I can support you if I see you're a good fit for them, and letting them know. So yeah, definitely do that. However, if you're someone who you're not a coach and you're just like, I'm just a regular person and I've got negative thoughts, or I'm dealing with somebody who's got negative thinking, or it doesn't even have to look like negative thinking. You could look like so totally positive, but you could feel weighed down. You could feel like you're taking on all the responsibility of the world. Your mindset's not in the best place, right? You have a mindset that nobody can help me. I got to do this myself. And it's not that your mindset is wrong, right? It's not going in the right direction. There's nothing wrong with that. We just help you get it going in the right direction. So you're supporting yourself, and it helps you to be able to support others. Or if you're like, no, I'm not the one to support them, then you bring them to this group so they can get the support themselves. You lead them with the fishing pole to the fishing waters, and you get them to somebody who can get them the right kind of bait, right? And I'll give them the right kind of bait, catch the right kind of fish. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what is it that's going on with that experience, right? And if you feel burnt out, if you feel tired, if you feel frustrated, if you feel like you're in this overworking mode, then this is for you, right? There's something going on within your mindset that says you have to do it all. And that's so important that you allow yourself to catch this stuff and realize that there's nothing wrong with you. This stuff stems from past experiences. It stems from beliefs that we have that have us feel anxious or have us feel like we have low self-esteem. And so it's important that we're first taking a look at what's going on? What do I need? And as you start to look at that, the best way to check it out is write down, what are your negative thoughts going on? As you become aware of those negative thoughts, just take a piece of paper, regular piece of paper, don't make it difficult. fold that piece of paper in half, and I'm going to do so right now. And on the left-hand side, I want you to write down negative thinking. Right? It's just like that, super simple, doesn't have to be complicated. And all I did is I just took this piece of paper, folded it in half. Super simple as well. I'm not very good at drawing a straight line, so as it's still folded in half, I'm going to draw a straight line on that fold. Voila. So I just folded it right back in half and drew a line. So you don't even have to be good at any of this stuff. So allow yourself to take a look. What might my negative thinking be? And you might not know. So what is it that you think that has you feel a negative emotion, right? What is it I think that makes me feel angry? There's nobody here to help me. No one helps. No one listens to me. Yeah, those have me feel angry. Those also have me feel hurt. Okay, good. What else is there? Okay, well, I'm always tired. Right? Whatever judgment you might have about your body. I feel fat. I'm in pain. Now, you might not think these are negative thoughts. They're just a thought. But when you think it, does it bring your energy up or down? Does it make you feel good or worse? You might go, well, when I say I'm in pain, I don't feel anything. But check in. Does I'm in pain move you to a better place? No, it just has me start to focus on all the areas that hurt. Yeah, my neck really hurts. Hear my tones kind of whining. It's kind of complaining. It's like, oh yeah, no, those are actually going in a negative direction, right? I'm going to share with you something so you can take a look at frequencies. And guys, I share with you my tools. I stay transparent all the time. I do this work because I also deal with this work, right? Meaning it's stuff I have to deal with in my life. And I learn how to work with it. I'm not trying to manage it and shove it down. I'm trying to work with it and bring myself up. And I've been doing it my whole life. So it does work. It's not something that I'm just saying, oh, here's this thing. And, you know, I got this out of a book. Nope. This is something that you can totally use for yourself because it works. And I'm going to share my screen with you so you can take a look at the frequencies chart that I want you to take a look at. All right. You should be seeing my screen now. And I got to make it bigger. Okay, if this is something you'd like, put in the comments, frequency chart. Let me know you would like this frequency chart and I can make sure that you can get this infographic. Now, here's the deal. Even if we think we're just making a statement, if we are in any kind of fear about our pain, if we're in any kind of grief about our pain, which is where most people live around pain or discomfort or anything negative, then you're going in a lower frequency. Not bad, right? Just like you're putting yourself on an AM instead of an FM, right? AMs are a different frequency than an FM. One's not bad. You might just not want to be on the AM because it's not really where you want to be. You want to be on the FM. You want to be on the higher frequency. So instead of thinking you're bad or wrong, these negative thoughts, they're not bad thoughts, right? They're just negative. Negative is not bad. We need the positive and we need the negative to have the flow in our life. The negative, however, is it comes up and we try to cover it up. And then another one comes up and we cover that up. And another one comes and it just stacks. And so then this isn't clear. The idea is you want this to be clear and cleaned up of that stuff, of that baggage, of those things that we keep trying to cover it up with. We clean that off by writing down what are my negative thoughts that get me into that negative frequency. And so, for example, what makes me angry? What makes me sad? What makes me feel lonely? What makes me feel frustrated? What makes me feel anxious? And write those things in. And allow yourself to take a look. And I'm going to share another report with you. This is something I've also created. Now, the idea of this is this helps you to begin to understand your emotions why you have them, what you need. So that way, instead of feeling like they're bad or negative, you begin to understand what it is that you need and you begin to practice that. So, for example, if I feel lonely, it's because I'm saying I don't have any friends or no one is here for me. No one is here to support me, right? Like I have to do this alone, right? They, whoever they is, they don't care about me or they don't care about my suffering. Um, they aren't helping with, and then fill in the blank with whatever that is. They're not helping with taking care of our parents. They're not helping with supporting our sibling. They're not helping with the chores if it's the children. They're not helping with the kids if it's a spouse. So allow yourself to notice, yeah, this stuff makes me feel bad. Let's say you're a business owner. Now, this could also be about you. I'm not making that call. I'm not doing this the best way. I'm not as good as this as I'd like to. They're so much better. That client doesn't get this. I really want to help with that, but notice where those thoughts are taking you. Notice what emotion you're having when you think it. So, for example, a big one you'll be hearing that I've been sharing with you is not feeling good enough. When you're in that experience, and this is when I'm working with so many of my clients, their core experience is not enough. And it shows up in different ways. It shows up in, I am enough, I'm trying and I'm getting this done and I'm a success, but my relationship's falling apart. Or I'm a total success and I just don't feel like anything. I feel empty. I feel like I have no purpose. Or I'm trying, and I'm just not getting the success that I want. It could sound so many different ways, or it could sound blatantly like, I don't feel like I'm good enough in my relationship. I feel like I'm a terrible spouse. I feel like I'm a terrible parent. But you'll see that it's much of the core. And what comes from that? Stress, anxiety, panic, overwhelm, frustration. Frustration. We might even feel shut down. We might feel like we're in all these different bad habits. And it's just because we're in a negative thinking experience and we just don't know how to get out of it. That's all that's going on. And so instead of asking yourself, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with this? How do I fix this? What if you can ask yourself, okay, so if I'm not broken, what do I need? You need to feel adequate. You need to feel like you're enough, right? You need to practice. And guys, I didn't do this on my own. I had to learn how to do this with other coaches. And in the process of doing that, I then learned how to do it. When I'm telling you to write down your negative thinking list, you might stop where I gave you suggestions because your mind is like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. It's because your mind is shutting down to it. It really doesn't understand. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't understand yet. It's new concepts. It's new ideas. When I was learning algebra, no freaking way. I even had to get a tutor for it. There's things that our mind just can't grasp, or even if it grasps some of it, it's like, okay, well, I get the equation, but how do I take that and apply that there in my life? I don't, how? It's okay. You're not supposed to know how. I didn't used to know how. I had to learn how. And I had to learn how from different teachers. Fortunately, you can just learn how from one person and not have to go from person to person to person to get it all in different variations, because I can then share it with you in the different variations. Learning that for yourself is essential. There's nothing wrong with you. Helping yourself to begin training your mind, a negative thought is coming from a certain whatever it's coming from for you. We get to check out why it's coming up, how to clean it up, not just try to put positive over it, but it's important to clean it up. You begin to understand, how is it having me feel? Where do I feel that in my body? You also begin to understand, oh, where did it go? I lost it. Yes, you begin to understand the frequency of what's going on for you. What is it that I'm practicing? And how do I move myself out of it? That's all it is. It's just you don't know how to do it yet. So when you have these tools, when you know how to use these tools, you're able to shift right out of that negative thinking. You're able to clean it up That's essential, guys. Most people do not spend any time cleaning it up. They just shove positive right over it, right? It's like having a puppy who potties on the floor on the newspaper like it's supposed to, and instead of cleaning that up, you just put another clean piece of paper on top. Put a few clean pieces of paper on top. You don't see anything. It looks fine, but the smell is still there. And if you step on it in the wrong way, the squish is still there. The mess is still there. And then it makes a bigger mess and a bigger mess and a bigger mess, and it just keeps stacking. But the good thing is every mess can get cleaned up. It's going to take a little bit more time because you might have to scrape it on out of there a little bit. But that's it, right? You just moisten it up, right? You use the right cleaners, you get it on out of there. You might have to replace a little bit and reframe a little bit and practice a little bit to get some new things going. But the cool thing about the mind is it just creates new neural pathways. Helps to clean up that old way. Ooh, that's my reminder. Helps to clean up that old way, brings in the new way, helps you to practice the new way, and then you've got that going on, right? So let me know what thoughts you're having about this. Let me know what negative thinking you came up with, or if you're struggling with figuring out how to come up with your negative thinking. Then, what are some ways that you can see that you'd like to clean that up? What are some ways that you see that you'd like to be thinking and feeling instead? And then let me know. And if this sounds like something you'd like to work on further, then we can set up a breakthrough call and I can help you set up a roadmap on what your next steps are going to be and how to practice these tools, because you deserve that. And share this information with others. A lot of people think this is just something they have to deal with, just something they have to compartmentalize, something they have to shove away, something they just have to keep whatever coping technique they've going on. I just got to do this a little bit longer, a little bit more, and everything will be okay. As years of their life are ticking by and they're not able to create what it is they want to create. They deserve to have that life. They deserve to be free of negative thinking. People think negative thinking is supposed to be something that's just normal. It's normal if it comes up, but it's not normal if it's affecting your health, affecting your personal life, affecting your professional life. That doesn't have to be normal. We can make it be our normal, but why? That's so much suffering for no reason, because we've just been taught that's the normal. You just deal with it. Nope, doesn't have to be, right? And even as I've done this work since 17, by the way, and I'm 46 now, I've realized there's things that if I could have learned or understood back then that I know now, that could have changed 20 years, 30 years, right? So you can take the learning from someone else and not have to have 30 years gap. Or you might say, well, yeah, I've already been there. Okay, don't spend another day in it. Doesn't matter if you're 60 or 70 or 90. Like, it doesn't matter how old I am. I'm going to keep learning and growing and thriving and sharing that with others around me. That's what I'm here for. That's what I feel like is my purpose here in life. So you're always going to see me, whether it's on some platform like this, or you're going to see me in some holographic somewhere as, time changes with things. I'm going to be here and I'm going to give you this information and give you these supports, help your life continue to improve and feel even better, because you deserve it. All right, bring it in. Great job today. Big squishy hugs. Feel the love I'm sending. Feeling yours as you're sending it back. I appreciate you and know that you're loved. All right, you guys, you take care of you. And I will see you next week. Let me know what your questions, your challenges are. Where do you feel blocked in your life, your business? We'll have answers. Why not? There is no stupid question except for the one you keep to yourself and don't ask because you're afraid it'll be a stupid question. Yep, then you'll be right. All right, guys. Ciao for now. Have a great week.